Well, most certainly, to say the least. 7 out of the 8 companies actually beat their estimates very handsomely, barring Hyundai. And for that company also, because the old venue wasn't available in showrooms, because the new one is getting launched tomorrow, largely was one of the key reasons for the disappointment for Hyundai in this particular month. But largely a stellar month led by GST rate cuts as well as the festive demand push. A lot of buyers sitting on the sidelines, especially for the car segment, have come back post September 22nd. And that's what the momentum continues to be, at least for the passenger cars in this particular month, as well as going forward as well. It was one of the strongest beats versus the estimates, because most estimates were penciling in a 9 to 10% fall in the month of October for tractors specifically. That's not been the case, and we'll deep dive into that. And finally, in terms of what automakers are suggesting while speaking to us, has been that this momentum will continue in Q3, something that did not happen last year post the festive season. So we are in for a treat going into November as well as December. And when you look at the two-wheeler makers, you're still expecting numbers from Bajaj as well as Hero, but something like an Eicher and TVS continues a positive momentum and a comfortable beat in terms of estimates. The passenger car segment was the story of the month, to say the least, because you saw the entry level coming back. You saw compact sales getting much higher in terms of participation, and the SUVs have continued the growth momentum. So something like an M&M has been one of the stellar ones in this particular month. 71,000 was the total number versus an estimates of 58,000 growth. The last month, they did 56,000. So just these 2 months has been almost 23% of the volumes of last year. So it's a stellar month, to say the least. Something like a Tata Motors also for the second consecutive month at over 60,000 units. So another positive push, while Maruti has had a strong month in terms of domestic entry-level cars, and that will be something to watch if the momentum continues. CVs as well as tractors has been the other one. CVs has been a stellar month again in a monsoon quarter, to say the least, as well. So something like an Ashok Leyland has surprised very positively in MHCV volumes, and that's a key one that we track. While the tractors, as I mentioned, the versus the estimates number is something to watch on Mahindra as well as on something like Escort. So it's been a stellar month, to say the least. Just like how our Indian cricket women team played yesterday, it's been a stellar month, and that is expected to continue in November, and that will be a bigger story to watch, because we had some festival disturbances going into November, but a stellar month, to say the least, for the automakers.